Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing the step-by-step process for how I meal plan. This is part one of a two-part series. The first step is to take an inventory of the perishables on hand and meats on hand. For the meats on hand, I have a column for the recipes that I'm going to be using to use up the meats on hand and the number of servings that each recipe is going to make. I'm actually going to hold off on filling this out until I check my freezers. So I have two freezers. I have a deep freezer in my garage, and I also have a freezer inside of my house. So I'm gonna go check those and fill this out. I have 5 pounds of ground beef, 12 chicken thighs, 4 pork tenderloins, and then 2 packs of cilantro lime chicken. For my perishables on hand insert, I have a column for the perishables where I'm going to write down the amount and what the perishable is. I have a column for time left, meaning how many days or weeks do I have left before I need to throw these items out. And then if I don't use them up in time. And then I have a column for how to use up. So this is going to be where I am indicating which recipes will be using these perishables and to ensure that I'm using all of them. I'm gonna go check my fridge and fill this out, and I'll be right back. So I've now filled out the amount of each perishable that I have on hand. I also decided to include things like pretzel buns and eggs instead of only just like vegetables because I need to use these up before they expire. And then if you want, you can include things like cheese or any other item in your fridge or out on your counter that you need to use up. These are just the items that are relevant to me. I filled in the time left column, which shows the number of weeks that I have before these items go bad. I will wait to fill out the how to use up column until later. Now that we have figured out our perishables on hand and our meats on hand, the next step is to check which recipes actually have these ingredients. I want to try to use up as much as possible of my perishables. I do not want to be throwing any food away and wasting it. And then if I can, I would like to use up the meats on hand, but these are frozen in my case, so it's technically okay if I don't use up all of it. But if I can, then I would like to. Also, I do want to mention that I'm okay with swapping ingredients for what I already have on hand. So for example, if there's a recipe that requires bell peppers and I already have these mini bell peppers, instead of buying more bell peppers, I will be okay with using this up. Or there are other types of foods that can work well for swapping. And I like to do that because I am using up what I have and I'm also not purchasing new items, and that helps save me money. So I'm going to start by looking at what I have for meats on hand. Now I'm going to look at my index pages at the front of my meal planner, and I'm going to make a note of what recipes I want to use that will use up these ingredients. So for example, under chicken, I have 12 chicken thighs. So based on what I remember, which of these recipes have chicken thighs? Well, I remember that egg roll bowls uses chicken thighs, and egg roll bowls uses some of these perishable ingredients too, like especially the green onions. Also, Filipino chicken adobo uses chicken thighs. Based on what I remember, I think that should use up all of the chicken thighs. And then we have ground beef. So I'm gonna look here. I think the kofta flame grilled burgers were really good, so I wanna make that again. And then also, I have these pretzel buns. So that recipe will actually use up the rest of the pretzel buns. I think also the Mediterranean meatball bowls would be good. Okay, and then we have 4 pork tenderloins. So let me look at the pork index. Let's do the Korean pork bowl because I I think that uses green onions and also the mini bell peppers. Now that we've basically used up our meat, I want to add in some additional recipes because this isn't going to be enough variety to get us through the entire month. So I try to aim for about like 14 different recipes because I'm planning out both lunches and dinners. I want to do the smoky miso salmon salad, and the salmon salad will also help me use up my spring mix. And then because I'm already buying salmon, I want to pick out another recipe that has salmon so I'm not wasting anything. And I think I'm gonna go with a roasted salmon and zucchini recipe. Shrimp red Thai curry, because I think that will help me use up more of the bell peppers, as we have quite a bit of bell peppers to get through. And I have a ton of asparagus, so in addition to serving that with some of the other meals that I already listed, let's do the creamy miso tuna steaks with asparagus. And that's good too because I'm going to need to buy some miso dressing for the smoky miso salmon salad, which in order to use that miso dressing up before it expires, I want to incorporate some more recipes that use it. So I also have the creamy miso tuna steaks with asparagus. Before I pick out the remaining recipes, I do want to kind of figure out what I have left after I make all these recipes in terms of like the meats on hand. So let's just kind of pull out the recipes out of my meal planner. So we have egg roll bowls and the Filipino chicken adobo. And then behind the beef tab, I have Mediterranean meatball bowls. So this is step 4, to pull out your recipes and to calculate the number of servings and amount of meat that is being used. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to fill out my servings column. I'm just going to go in the order that I happen to pull out the recipes from the planner. For the salmon with zucchini, it serves 4. Go ahead and double it, and we're gonna put 8 for the number of servings. Creamy miso tuna steak. I'm going to make 8 servings. It serves 4, going to double it. Miso salmon salad. I'm going to make 4 times the amount of this. And instead of using baby spinach, I'm going to be using spring mix because I already have spring mix. Korean pork bowl made 6, so I'm going to do 12 servings by doubling it. Korean pork bowl was 2 pork tenderloins. So in this column under pork tenderloins, I'm going to write the amount of tenderloins that the recipe is going to use up. And then underneath that, I'm going to draw a line. And then I'm going to write the number that is left after I use up 4 pork tenderloins. 4 pork tenderloins minus 4 pork tenderloins is 0. In part 2, we'll cover the final steps and how I figure out what to buy and when to buy it while trying to keep my grocery shopping trips to 2 times per month. For more meal planning videos, check out this video next, and I'll see you next Saturday.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you.